going on, YouTube? R to the double E dash ZON coming at you. Yes, once again. Yeah, now check this out, y'all. I'm coming at y'all with a video, two videos actually today since I'm off. Yes, this is the beginning of that 4-day weekend that in the last video I said you should congratulate me for being on. Yeah, that's that. You know what I'm saying? And I was still a little under the influence. Last night was ridiculous. I don't even know how I got this scratch on my face. All right, but yo, anyways, man, I'm bringing y'all two new videos today. And they're reviews. One of them is long overdue. I've been promising you this review for months, and I just completely forgot about it. And that's the review for Pikmin 3. Next video will be the review for the Wonderful 101. But anyways, let's get into the review for Pikmin 3, man. Pikmin 3 is just... Now, me speaking as a non-Pikmin fan in the past, I played the first one for a few minutes. Didn't really like it. It wasn't my thing back then. Second one came out. I completely ignored it. I always knew that they had huge followings, but I personally just stayed away from them. They weren't my thing. So this one, I can't believe that I was so excited about this game before it came out, and that I pursued it the way I did and followed it until it finally came out and got it. Because I remember hearing that it was Shigeru Miyamoto's latest, it was his latest masterpiece, that he's the creator of this franchise. And so I said, man, you know, it's Shigeru Miyamoto, man. The guy makes gold. So I always knew that he did it back then, but like now I was reminded about it. I was like, man, and he's coming out with a new game, and it's Pikmin 3. He hasn't done something new in a while, so I picked it up. I must say, man, I was very pleasantly surprised, as you've heard me say in other videos, for it being a genre that I don't particularly gravitate towards. It is a completely engrossing game. It just sucks you in, absorbs you, and it consumes you, man. Like when I first got it and I started playing through it, I was hooked immediately, and it like consumed my playtime. I didn't give anything else any playtime. I stopped playing Zombie U. I stopped playing New Super Mario Brothers U, Call of Duty Black Ops, all that. I stopped playing everything, and I was just on this game. Anyways, it's a real-time strategy game. So basically, you'll be maneuvering basically squads, if you will. You know, teams of characters. But you really only control the leader, and then you dish out orders to the rest of your soldiers, so to speak. And that's where the Pikmin come in. These little alien creatures that you see on the cover of the game. Here's a box art right here. Those are Pikmin, for those of you who don't know. And basically, they become like your little soldiers. Each color has a different special ability. So like the blue ones are water resistant, so they can actually go on. They're not water resistant. They're aquatic. They can live in the water. They can walk and move through the water, whereas all the other ones are terrified of the water. The red ones are fire resistant, and they're the best attackers. They fight. You know what I'm saying? The rock ones, you can use them to break down walls and obstacles, things of that nature. You control squads of creatures with these powers, and you are one of 3 different leaders. And you control multiple squads at once while you're playing. So I can send this squad over here to accomplish this task, while this one is over here, you know, trying to get some fruit. And that is the object of the game in a large part, is collecting fruit. Because these explorers that you control, I think their names are Alfie, Brittany, and the captain. I forgot the captain's name. There's 3 of them. And their planet has consumed all its food resources and needs to find other planets with food resources that they can harvest and bring over so that they can survive. So it's kind of a cool concept. And you know, these 3 set off in one spaceship out to search for planets. They find this planet that's named, let me see if this is on the box. I don't remember the name of the planet. It's like some weird PK77 whatever. It's like a science, like you know, they gave it like a number name. Planet this. And on that planet, which looks a lot like Earth, they find all the food resources they need in the form of fruit. And you collect the fruit, bring the fruit back to the spaceship where it gets the juice gets extracted, and that's what these explorers survive on while they're on this mission, gathering fruit. But the thing is that the planet is full of gigantic predators, animals. Everything is huge on this planet, and so you encounter these little Pikmin creatures on that planet, and they're the only ones willing to help you. They like devote their service to you, and you can basically issue orders for all the different colors, as I stated before. And so that's basically the gist of the game. Is you go through these beautiful tropical, winter, all different climates, all different parts of this planet, beautiful environments, stunning HD, and you are exploring. And it's basically like you're controlling your own groups of ants, because they'll all, like, you know, 12 of them will gather around the body of a dead enemy that you just killed, and carry that body back to the spaceship where it produces more sprouts, which is more Pikmin that you can plug out of the ground. And it's good, you know, it's got, so for such a cutesy game, it's got some real, like, I don't know how to explain, some like real shit type concepts. Like the concept of survival and death in this game is actually very prevalent. And it's funny because it's a you know, cartoony game. But yeah, you're trying to collect food, or everybody on your planet is dead. And if you don't get enough fruit by the end of the day to even sustain your own self while you're exploring, game over. You know what I'm saying? And then animals eat the Pikmin. You lose Pikmin on a daily basis because animals will pick them off. Predators will come for them. It's very morbid in some sense. In a certain sense. But it's badass, man. The experience is badass, and you really do get in love with these characters because of the dialogue. Very very witty writing by Nintendo. And you get engrossed, excuse me, in the characters and in their struggle to basically get more fruit and keep their species alive. And the danger with all the creatures that are around. There's a lot of very good puzzle solving elements in this game. Some very good puzzles. It took me a couple turns where I was like, wow, I don't know how the hell I'm gonna get that fruit because it's up here, and I don't know how I'm gonna get them up there. And it's like a puzzle. And when you solve one of those puzzles and are rewarded with a big ass lemon or orange or some shit like that, giant fruit that's gonna give you a lot of juice, you feel like like accomplished. Like you keep going. So that's what I have to say about the actual gist of the game. The graphics are gorgeous, man. It is when it came out. At that point, when Pikmin 3 came out a couple months back, it was the most beautiful game on Wii U, graphically. HD graphics, the environments looking crystal clear. I believe it runs in 1080p if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't say here, but I'm pretty sure it runs in 1080p if I'm not mistaken, because most Nintendo first-party games do. But it's beautiful to look at. The environments are very detailed, and since you're tiny, and so are the Pikmin, it's like if it's ants. So the camera's real zoomed into the environment, so you see a lot of detail, like in the wood or the grass, the water effects, all that. So the graphics are spot on, man. The controls are awesome because they're like Nintendo always gives you, as I said before, a myriad of options as to how you want to control the game. Ever since the Wii came out, now we have the Wiimote and Nunchuk, Wii U Controller Pro, Wii U Gamepad. I mean, you have a bunch of different ways to control this game, and how to take your own take to controlling the game. It's a lot. It's a lot of options, and that just adds to the fact that Nintendo went all in on this game, giving you everything. Because there's even a multiplayer mode that's quite addictive. The Bingo Blaster, I think it is, or something like that. It's a bingo. It's called Bingo something. It's a multiplayer option there that's fucking addicting. Now they added DLC. Monthly, there's been a couple of things that come out, a couple of new bonus stages that you can try out in multiplayer or whatnot. Like the game is put together. It's packaged with a lot of content. It gives you a lot of content. It gives you a lot of replayability. It's just I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't beat it yet, but I know that I'm literally right at the end. I just stopped playing it because then I got Wonderful 101. So I've played enough of the game to tell you that the experience is amazing. It's addicting. It's engrossing. It's what you want in a video game. Believe it or not, you look at this game and it looks like a cutesy little RTS, real-time strategy, slow pace. But no, the game has an urgency about it every time you play, because you have until sundown that day to get some food or you're fucked. So it's awesome. Like it's an addicting experience. It's definitely worth checking out because I was never a fan before, and this one just blew me away. So I mean, if I had to give it a number score, I'd give Pikmin 3 on the Wii U a 9 out of 10, easy. I don't go all the way to 10 because I personally, I'm not an RTS type guy. I like a little bit more action in my games, a little bit more, a little bit more movement, more pace, and so I can't give it a 10 in my book, but it is definitely a 9. It's fucking amazing. It was Nintendo's first real first party like smash on the Wii U, in the Wii U's life cycle, and it's great, man. I definitely recommend it to anybody out there who has a Wii U and has not given themselves the pleasure of the experience of Pikmin 3. Do it. It's one of the most well put together games I've ever played, and Shigeru Miyamoto just knocks that motherfucker out the park with this one, man. And that's coming from someone, like I said, who's not a big fan of that type of game or that franchise for that matter. But yeah, man, definitely Pikmin 3. And it's no surprise, most of you know this, but it's no surprise that when Pikmin 3 released, about 2 or 3 weeks before it did here, it released in Japan. And Japan, when it came out, it tripled Wii U sales. Wii U sales literally tripled the day that it came out. They went ballistic. So it's funny also because it's not the type of game that you would look at and say, that's a system seller. But it sold a lot of systems, you know what I'm saying? For a game that's not supposed to really be a system seller, it sold a lot of systems. So there's no surprise there for me after playing it. It's just remarkable. And it's definitely, like I said, man, it's definitely worth checking out, man. So that's my time. That's Pikmin 3 for the Nintendo Wii U. 9 out of 10 in my book, easy. Miyamoto went to town on this one. So hope y'all check that out, man. Like, don't like, comment, subscribe, jump up and down. I'm on a 4-day weekend. You know, do what you do, man. God bless y'all. Stay gaming. Here comes the review for Wonderful 101 up next. God bless. Peace.